Wilson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lorenzo Alexander, his second sack of the night. Here's Wilson.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than...
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. It would have been a long kick. It was prime fake field goal territory. They faked it. They got it.
So much for defense in this situation because the natural play there is you go into what we call safe, meaning you don't really rush on that one. You almost concede. If they want to kick a long one like that and make it, so be it. You just don't give up the fake.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Luke Wilson there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
I know I'm not supposed to ask questions in this situation. I'm supposed to have answers. But I have to ask, with so many people in such a small area here in the red zone, I can't imagine how they lose a guy of his size and he finds his way open for a touchdown.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
What we got?
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Right there, 56. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now a draw play for Gore. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Allen's throw is complete. They'll get 34 yards there.
We got this.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills are able to make things a bit more respectable. Well, the big play prior to this one got them down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Hauschka with the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From a yard out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
Now, I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. This will be fielded at the 8. That's some strong running. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Frank Gore there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Quentin Jefferson. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
No, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Wilson rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Throwing is Wilson on the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they'd converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The extra point now coming from Myers. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. And John Brown's got it complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, and he's going to have the connection to Foster. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. Allen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jamar Taylor there on the coverage. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Allen going to throw again. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. And here's Allen operating from the gun. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen finding his tight end, Croft. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 5 on the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's goal. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Yep. The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off. And that, oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Penny running right. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. On the run, it's Penny. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Wilson steps away. He may try and run for this, but I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To the air, Allen trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll go on the ground. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't.
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now in desperation, and this will be caught at the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, and Dixon has it. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be. And, oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks.